Alright, what's going on, boys? So this is actually going to be one of the last videos. I'm probably going to upload one or two more that will be on this camera. I recently found out that I spent like $300 or $400 on this camera, and my iPhone camera is still better. So I bought a mount for my camera, I bought a whole lighting system, so I'm gonna hook everything else up as soon as it comes in. I'm gonna be recording on my phone, so the quality is gonna be 100 times better. But yeah, just bear with the next video or two and we should be good. But today we're gonna be back testing gold in March. We're gonna be doing the 5-minute, we're gonna be doing liquidity supply and demand model. Again, we're gonna be doing the 5-minute, but just in our time frame. So for me, it's 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna do the entirety of 2025, the entirety of 2024, get all the data together. And the main thing with gold here is we're trying to see what we should be targeting for TP, if we should be targeting our TP rules, if we should be targeting strict 1 to 3s, or if we should be targeting strict 1 to 4s, or targeting structure. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna go through all that. I'm just gonna fast forward to when I get to trade, so you guys don't have to sit through an entire month long of me clicking the arrow button to go to the next candle. You know, this video is gonna be very long. Yeah, I'll just note everything down after this video is done. So this video should be just strict trades in March from gold. But yeah, I'll pull up my charts and start it up here. All right, here we go. This is the end of February. This is my last trade that I took in February there. First trade of March here is a Sunday, so we can fast forward to the first actual day. And as you guys know, I have an indicator that turns on at 3 a.m., which is the start of my session. Just pretty much helps me fast forward, make this a lot quicker. Yeah, actually, we already do have a demand right here. I'm trying not to go too fast this time, because I know especially in the NAS backtest, I went way too fast. Okay, volume's coming in. Okay, so let me explain this. We have a level of liquidity right here. Price is coming down very quickly, so we might be able to get if it has a lot of volume like this. Why is my I have no clue what's going on, but we have our liquidity right there. I don't know why that is not working. I have Wi-Fi. Okay, well, anyways, nice level of demand here, nice level of liquidity. Price is obviously bullish right now. Like I said, with this much volume coming down to this zone, we're definitely gonna have a pretty good reaction, most decently. If we do wick into the zone a good bit and flip, we would be taking a flip entry. Unfortunately, there's really no way for us to do this live, just because when I click to the next candle, it's going to automatically update to the next candle. But yeah, like I said, if it's coming down with a lot of volume like this, 9 chances out of 10 investors are really interested in this area. Buying pressure will immediately start at this demand zone after taking all this liquidity to the left. So if we get a flip, it'd be nice. And that's exactly what we got. That's crazy. Right here we have an entry right at the flip, and you can see why you do that, because quite literally if you would wait, you wouldn't even be able to get an entry. Yeah, right there's your entry. Our TP rules at the top right there says only a 1 to 1.5. We're going to be targeting 1 to 4, and see what we get here. We already had a very nice reaction. And TP hit. First trade, literally first day of March 3rd. I don't know why that's not working. Let me try it again. Still doesn't want to work. Okay, well, we have a level of liquidity right there. Price came down, swept it, beautiful reaction. Even if you didn't get in on that first initial flip, you really could have waited and you would have had another entry chance to enter right there. And yeah, there's pretty much not much more to go over for this trade. I think this is kind of a bottom zone demand. I guess we had one down here as well, but yeah, beautiful demand, nice level of liquidity. Price came down super hard, sweeping all the liquidity to the left. And yeah, prices ran for a 1 to 4. I don't know if we went higher. Yeah, we did go higher. But yeah, this is exactly what I'm tracking. I'm tracking 1 to 4s. Did it hit a 1 to 3? Obviously, yes. But then I'm tracking, did it hit structure? Okay. Okay, bear with me here. It's probably why it wasn't working. Hold on. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, as I was saying, then we look at structure, and yes, it hit structure. Structure was a 3.2, so you just note that down. That's pretty much everything that I'm noting down. Right now, I have a strong feeling that 1 to 4s are gonna definitely outcompete our TP rules that we have right now, just because our TP rules are just NAS absolutely. Well, I guess we don't have TP rules in NAS, but we have TP rules on UJ, and strict 1 to 4s outcompeted UJ heavily. And gold's just a lot more volatile, I should say. It has a lot more volume, it's a lot more bullish. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely how it's gonna act. But yeah, we'll see what we get, and I'll update you guys as soon as we come up to another trade here. All right, we have a valid level of supply here. If we tap, that might have tapped right there. We have this level of supply, this valid level of liquidity right here. Price has been taking out its own lows consistently, even to the left. It's been trending down. Don't know if we tapped. No, we did not. Okay. Don't like all this consolidation after taking out liquidity, but this is still a valid trade. Valid candle close right there. Stop loss above the wick. Shooting for a strict 1 to 4. Let's see what we get. This one got stopped out. Let's see if it. Yeah, just still consolidation. See if it continues down. Yeah, it did end up continuing down. Okay, yeah, so not really too much to go over on this trade. Price has been just trending down and taking out lows to the left. This liquidity is valid because we took out this low. Price ran up. I would have liked it to ran up in a straight line and initially just reject off that supply zone. But unfortunately, we still have liquidity and kind of consolidated a little bit. And then we got our entry candle, which is still totally valid, but I like it a lot better when it just goes in one clean straight move. But yeah, just standard loss there. So this is the second trade for March. So I believe we're up 3% so far in March with the last trade. We do have a demand. See if it comes down to it though. Oh wow. Okay, and it just validated. Okay, well here's our level of demand right here. We have that level of liquidity. These two candles. And yeah, price came down very strongly, which is actually what I like to see. Swept liquidity in pretty much like one clean move, and it just validated. It is 9:40, so I was gonna say if this was a new 1 hour candle, then a flip would be valid, but standard candle close is still fine. So we're targeting strict 1 to 4, which isn't too much room, so it actually should hit this pretty easily. But oh, wow, okay, 1 candle. That is insane. Okay, well, we made 4% in 5 minutes. That is insane. This strategy is actually insane. Yeah, we hit our 1 to 4 and then we ended up losing. Yeah, if we would aim for structure, would have been a 5.4%. And our TP rules again 131 or 191 pips. So we've been targeting 1 to 2. This hit a 1 to 4. So yeah, again, you guys can see exactly why I'm testing all of this, because our rules are just not good. Yeah, I'll go into the next day. Yeah, so what's that? 3 trades. I think it's like 7% so far for the month. So yeah, we'll see what else we get here. So we do have a demand here. I'm not too sure if we'll come down yet or not. It does look like we're coming down. Okay, so and it just validated too. This level of demand, which is pretty big, but the structure is pretty big, so it kind of works out. 9:45 candle. So if this was a new 1 hour candle, then a flip would be valid. But yeah, candle close here is still valid. Shooting for a 1 to 4. It looks decently big, but it's still perfectly fine. And NAS, a lot of trades even 1.4 looks like crazy, and they still hit, which is like insane. But yeah, the structure alone is pretty big. Really, you're just targeting the next high, just a little bit past the next high. But yeah, we'll see what we get here. Down stop loss, okay. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this trade. Pretty much, I think I explained everything. So we have 2 wins, 2 losses, so that puts the month at 6% right now, which is still a really good month. 6% just in our time frame, just on 1 pair, is pretty good. I'll take that 100%. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this trade. So we're getting near the end of March, so that may be last trade. We may have a few more. We'll see what we get here, but I'll update you guys as soon as we get another trade here. Okay, we are at the end of March. Leave the next day. Oh no, we do have one more day. I lied. We'll go through this day. But right now we do have actually demand right here, invalidated. Yeah, right now we ended the month with 6% so far, unless we get a trade on today, which we're looking for buys. I don't know if we'll actually get any. It's looking like nothing valid right now. We do have a valid zone right here. I lied. We do have a valid demand right here. We have this as valid level of liquidity. Price is trending bullish right now. Position right there. Stop loss would be under this wick. Let's see what we get here. We'd be targeting strict 1 to 4 and strict stop loss. Wow. Okay, so not 6%, 5%. Ended March with 5%, which still 5% on 1 pair. 5% is good. Definitely, 5% is very good. I know some of these pairs that they're just astronomical numbers, like NAS. I can't remember what NAS was doing, but I know NAS had like some 10, 15% months, which is just absolutely insane. UJ had some crazy months as well. But yeah, even 2, 3% a month, very, very, very good. 2 or 3% a month on all your pairs is half decently good when you're actually funded a good bit, but just to get that on even 1 pair is really good. So yeah, that is March for gold finish. So we finished with what, 5%, 2 winning trades, 3 losses. So that goes to show even again how we took more losses and we took less wins, and it still profited 5%. 5% on 100K is $5 grand on 1 pair on 100K. Like, I'll take that 100%. But yeah, again, I'm gonna go do April. I might record April as well. If I record it and it's garbage and there's really no trades, then I won't post it. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. But if there does seem to be a decent bit of trades, then I will post it. And yeah, I should just be able to finish 2025, 2024 and put out all of the gold data. And that one's gonna be very interesting. And after gold, we only have, I think, 2 or 3 more pairs of our main pairs to test before we put all the 5-minute data together and see what insights we can use from there, see how we can revise the strategy and stuff like that. So I'm very, very excited. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. These videos take a lot of time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you boys on the next one. Peace.